The stage is set.
Bring it on, Wipeout!
24 ordinary men and women are about to go head-to-head with the most extraordinary obstacle course ever assembled. Those brave enough must be prepared to endure breathtaking spills, spectacular tumbles, and catastrophic falls. Only the swiftest and fastest four will move on and compete in our final obstacle course, the biggest of them all, the Wipeout Zone, the final step in the journey to $50,000. The epic competition begins now to see who will emerge victorious and who will wipe out.
Oh my gosh, this really sucks!
Hello, America, and welcome to Wipeout. I'm John Anderson, and standing next to me, my favorite television friend, Mr. John Henson. Thank you very much, Johnny. I am thrilled to be here for another exciting day of wipeouts and big balls. Do you enjoy your time off? Actually, I don't get time off. I got the sports show. Oh, that's right. I got another job as well. I'm
Really?
very busy, tons of obligations, offers from all around the globe.
Super.
Yeah, not really, though. Oh, well, at least one of us is busy, which is nice.
Paper routes.
And we've got 24 ordinary men and women who are about to get busy on the course, which is good. Right you are, and the one left standing at the end will win a cool $50,000. But before anybody gets their hands on the big 5 quadruple 0, the big check, they have to complete the Wipeout qualifier. Our course starts with the Tipsy Towers. Yeah, contestants will find those difficult to cross because some are stable, some are wobbly. Then it's everybody's favorite, Johnny, the big balls. Oh, yes. Now with the motivator. If you hesitate, it motivates. Next up, the brush rush, guest starring the little blue balls. Love them. And finally, the fender bender, 6 spinning boat fenders to finish the course. Now, of our 24 contestants, only those with the top 12 times make it past the qualifier and on to the next round. Well, John, then if you'll allow me, let me be the first to say, let's get to the wipeouts.
Wipeout! Woo!
Wow, our first contestant looks eager to get the party started. She spoke to the third member of our Wipeout team, Jill Wagner, just moments ago.
Okay, guys, I'm down here with Andrea Hilario. Andrea, what skills do you bring into the course?
Just some little bit of knowledge and wit, so I think I have a lot of advantage over some of the, well, everybody here.
Knowledge and wit, John, she does have an advantage. It's a great approach. This whole course is about brains. It's perfect for her.
Andrea on the ramp. Can she outsmart the Tipsy Towers and get to the other side? Oh, see, that's smart.
And how? That demands a replay. Our brainiac forgetting that a contestant in motion stays in motion.
Falling a bummer, but it doesn't end her run. Our knowledgeable one just has to get up and try again.
You know, John, I've been saying for ages, Mark Twain would totally kill this course.
Yeah, you have been saying that, haven't you? Perhaps you'll have better luck on the big balls.
Not about luck, John. It's about knowledge and wit.
That's right. Oh, my... Whoa. Who knew the spine could do that?
Well, I'm sure Andrea knew. She's very smart.
Let's take another look, but not in slow motion. Super slow motion.
Super slow-mo. That's using your brain, John, and bringing the wit.
Maybe, Johnny, Andrea can outwit the brush rush.
She's looking a little tired.
She may want to stand up here. Get ready. She has to run to the other side without getting tossed off onto those little blue balls.
Showing off her advanced calculus skills here. And the brush rush showing off its little blue balls.
Clearly, still has her wits about her, John.
That's good, because I think this last obstacle is going to be pretty funny.
She's on to the fender bender, where she has to cross 6 spinning boat fenders to the finish platform to stop the clock. If she falls in the drink, she still has to make it to the platform to finish.
Andrea taking her time, her last opportunity to show us that whole knowledge and wit thing. Here she goes. Ooh, moving swiftly. Oh, maybe she overthought it.
Well, John, I think we've learned that approaching this course with knowledge and wit pretty much leaves you all wet. Andrea comes in with a time of 4 minutes, 14 seconds. We'll see how that measures up. Now let's go back to the big balls, where we find Todd Sickinger, a self-proclaimed angry man, as Jill found out.
Are you athletic at all?
I'd like to think so. You know, there are lots of contestants that are younger than I am, but none of them are angrier than Angry Man!
He's an angry kid in an angry candy store, John. That is one scary dude. Is right. That screams replay. Oh, splash! Angry man approaching the brush rush. Or maybe these bristles are massaging and soothing. Or not.
Todd is taking his anger out on the course.
And vice versa.
Hey, you know what? He pulls this off, he might be happy man.
And angry man it is.
That's okay. We love the little angry fella anyway. Angry man, finishing with a mild-mannered time of 3 minutes, 44 seconds. There you see our next contestant at the top of the course. Jill spoke with her before her run.
All right, guys, thanks. I'm down here with Christine Johnston. Now, Christine, go coach. What is all this?
My volleyball girls made this shirt for me. I'm a coach of a freshman volleyball team.
Hey, Jill, she's a coach. Ask her who's more athletic, me or Anderson?
What?
Who's more naturally athletic?
Really?
Come on, ask her who'd win in a foot race. You think it'd be me? It'd totally be me, right? Ask her.
I'm not going to ask her that.
Fine, be that way. But it'd totally be me.
She was thinking of me.
Liar.
Our volleyball coach is off to the Tipsy Towers.
Too bad she's not a Tipsy Towers coach.
Or a swimming coach. All right, let's head over to the big balls where we find insurance agent Giles Reese. Did you see that?
Wow, claim denied.
Again, please.
He totally missed the first ball. What is he thinking?
No, I think this was by choice. It's a risk-reward play. The strategy is to leap to the second ball, bounce back to the first ball, ricochet off that to the fourth, use that to propel himself back to the third, and that sends him to victory.
I get you. Yeah, that plan ought to ensure he'll be in traction.
Let's move ahead to the brush rush, where we find 26-year-old CHIPS officer Sarah Shepard.
Hope she doesn't get punched in the face.
Hope you don't say that again.
Assaulted by the brush rush, and our officer hauls a bristle in for interrogation. Guess this course is pretty tough, huh?
Contestants really struggling. Oh, I believe that warrants super slow-mo.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Who knew the Tipsy Towers would be so tough? I mean, they're just wobbly, John.
Pretty sure that was a wobbly one. That one too.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, rough day, man.
Well, here's our next contestant, and rumor has it she's got a crush on somebody up here in the booth.
Oh, Anderson, don't be jealous. Let's get the story from Jill.
Thanks, guys. I'm down here with Anya Lunkarek. Now, Anya, I understand you speak Croatian fluently?
I do, yeah. Volim te John Anderson, specifically John Anderson.
What did you say?
I said I love you, John Anderson.
Oh, you have a crush on John Anderson.
Oh, I do.
So not John Henson at all?
No, I don't really know who that is, but John Anderson, yes.
Oh, that's cool. Good for you, Anderson.
Thanks, yeah.
More into Slovenians anyway, so.
Fast start down the ramp. Oh, look at this. Look at our girl screaming across. Oh, overshooting that second platform, but still a really great run.
All right, dial it back, pal. You got a wife and 2 kids.
Anya to the big balls, makes her leap.
Good. Meant good try, Anya.
Anya going face first in that third ball. Oh, poor girl.
If her vision wasn't impaired before, which I'm pretty sure it was, it definitely is now.
Anya at the brush rush, making a dash for it.
Come on, brush rush. Ooh.
Anya, a valiant effort on the brush rush. She's really trying.
All right, we get it. She's your girl. Don't play favorites.
You know, green is not your color. And you're playing favorites.
Well, playing favorites now. I'm rooting for the Fenders.
Farthest on the fenders today, she got 5 of them. Anya, 2 minutes, 2 seconds. That is a terrific time.
All right, women want you, okay? You're the Zac Efron of Wipeout.
At the top of the course, it's Michelle Robinson.
Ah, she looks cute and innocent. Wonder if she knows what she's getting into.
Welcome to Wipeout.
Hi. It's time to get wiped out.
Such an angel.
Oh, Michelle is my dream girl, John. She's not about the 50 grand. She's about giving us the wipeouts. Oh, bravo. What an entertainment.
Encore, more.
Oh, bellissima. I'm going to cry, John. You know, somebody who's finally doing it for the love of the game.
Our new favorite contestant, on to the second set of Tipsy Towers.
Ooh.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, my God, is everything okay?
Michelle will be fine.
No, not Michelle. She'll be okay. The Tipsy Tower.
Well, while Michelle hangs on, perhaps it's best that we take a break.
Excellent. I got to get down there and make some repairs.
I didn't know you knew how to fix a tipsy tower. Please, John, think this course fixes itself? Welcome back, America. You know the Wipeout drill. We're going from 24 contestants to 12, and the qualifier continues on. Now, when we left for the break, Michelle was on the course. Why don't we check back in with her and see how she's doing?
Well, she's not at the brush rush.
Would she be at the fenders by now? No.
Ah, she must be back at the big balls. Not there either.
Oh, wait a minute. I see her. Oh, we got a floater. Michelle's not looking too good.
No, but that tipsy tower I fixed looks great. But seriously, is Michelle all right?
I'm okay.
Oh, good. So the course is now clear. Let's go back to the top of it. And here's our next contestant, Travis Clough.
Let's do this, baby. Let's rock. Woo.
Nice moves.
Bop.
Oh, a little more.
Woohoo! Bring it on, Wipeout.
Okay, now he's going to start the run.
Do this. Yeah.
Okay, not yet. Round 2.
And the same thing again.
All right, Jill caught up with...
Yeah, baby. Bring it.
All right, now he's get.
Well, why, he continues doing this. Let's go to the tape.
Bop.
Travis.
Yes.
I have no words for your outfit.
Let me
Tell about it.
explain. This is actually a tribute of my love, my undying devotion for the Johns up in the booth. This is for you guys. All right, I'm off. Woohoo! Superhero!
Travis heads down the ramp, $50,000 on the line.
First needs to make it over the tipsy towers. Look at that. Will he do it? Oh, the first one today. Nice.
Thank you, Cape, for saving me on that one.
Super agility, super manners, super speed. John, this guy's got the total package. You know what I'm saying?
Super shorts going to try and leap the big balls now in a single bound.
Oh, snap!
He flew.
That's true, Jill, but certainly the big balls, they're his kryptonite.
Yeah, I think those shorts might be my kryptonite.
Trying to make it to the other side of the brush rush now, and oh, he made it farther than any mere mortal today, however.
Well, what the naked eye couldn't see, John, is his arch nemesis, Baron Von Gravity, pushing him over.
Coming up to the last obstacle, that's the fender bender. Whoa! Shazam! And super shorts at 1 minute 45 seconds, our best time of the day. Let's turn the page now to, what's that?
Apparently, we're in the weirdo part of the show. Whoa, she can't hear me, can she?
I'm down here with Crystal Howard.
No. My name is Ninjetta.
Why do they call you that?
Because I'm a ninja.
Oh, I love ninjas. I've been studying them for years. Quick like the wind, grace like a cat. They're the silent assassins, John.
Really? Don't see it. Let's move ahead to the big balls, where we find Greg Hearn.
He's walking funny.
Says here he has a mechanically rebuilt knee. Oh, shot to the man region.
Oh, from $6 million man to bionic woman.
A lot of people gonna need repair after these big balls.
Ooh.
Ouch! Pain.
Oh.
Intense pain.
Cannot be a pleasant experience.
So glad I'm not them. Eesh, mommy.
Oh, Daddy. Oh, somebody's hesitating. We should be motivating.
Right on cue.
Oh, so close, John. Here's Jeff Wall, who's been working with pigs his whole life.
Excuse me?
He's the manager of a bacon plant, John.
That's all, Jeff.
That'll do, Jeff. That'll do. All right, up at the fender bender, we now have an aspiring screenwriter. Jeff Neiman's his name.
Screenwriter, huh? Bet he'll have a great take on how his character overcomes these obstacles.
Looks like Jeff is gonna need a script doctor. Okay, Johnny, last contestant, Chelsea Price.
Whoa, 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 wait a second. Is that the moonwalk? She did not just break out the moonwalk.
Well, Jill caught up with her earlier and got a little deeper insight into Chelsea.
Okay, right out of 1982 to the top of our course.
And Chelsea, Frogger-like, leaping from pedestal to pedestal. That's amazing accuracy. She would be only the second person to make it across today.
Oh!
She is. Held on.
And she did it without jelly shoes or leg warmers, John.
Didn't need them. Next up, big balls.
Oh, breakfast clubbed by the big balls.
Coming up on the brush rush now. Youch.
Totally youch.
Yeah, she's a member of the Splat Pack. She's in great shape, though, to join our top 12 if she can just clear the fender bender. Totally 80s Chelsea booking along at 1.21 gigawatts.
Oh, Chelsea going for a dip on Golden Pond.
Shut up, you old poop. And with a thriller of a time, Chelsea will be moonwalking into the next round. And here's who's joining her. Travis and his super shorts also make the cut along with Chips officer Sarah Shepard.
Greg Hearn with his bionic knee, and looks like the Croatian crush, Anya Lankard, made the cut.
So that's a look at our leaderboard, but as always, everybody will be on level ground to start the next round, John. We are back on Wipeout and so glad you have a television.
Thrilled.
After our qualifying round, we've cut the field in half. 12 contestants have moved on, and among them we've got Crystal Howard.
I think you mean Ninjetta.
Of course, Ninjetta. The man with a bionic knee, Greg Hearn, and our coach, Christine Johnston. Along with totally 80s Chelsea Price, aspiring screenwriter Jeffrey Neiman, Chips officer Sarah Shepard, and super shorts Travis Clough. And they had better be ready, because that qualifier was a wipeout in the park compared to my newest favorite thing of all time, King of the Mountain. Yeah, contestants stand on 10-foot-high pedestals as a platform moves in a circular motion. The first 6 contestants who can jump on that platform make their way to one of the 6 spots on the edge of the mountain, move on to the next round. Here's the catch. They have to avoid 2 giant clubs with very bad intentions rotating in the opposite direction. Yes, but the best part is if they wipe out, they got to swim back to the platform and try again, which means only one thing, John Anderson.
What does it mean?
Multiple wipeouts. We're going to see stuff like this, or maybe this, or even this. It's going to be awesome. Well, let's find out how awesome. Let's go down and get right to the action. King of the Mountain is underway.
That's a little fast.
That is going really fast.
And already the contestants seem intimidated.
Let's see how Chips officer Sarah Shepard handles this speeding platform. Makes it on, but the club takes her out.
Master Big Baller Giles is on the platform. All he has to do now is make it to the center without wiping out. Something tells me that's not the last time we're gonna see that. Super Shorts Travis wasting no time, up on his feet, and he is the first one to claim a spot on the mountain.
Oh, wow, Super Shorts makes it to the platform thanks to the hang time of Hawkman, speed of the Flash, and the shorts of Wonder Woman. As long as Super Shorts doesn't fall off the mountain, he'll be moving on to the next round.
Totally 80s Chelsea makes it on and off. Maybe should have tried moonwalking there.
Bacon Boy Jeff avoids being smoked by the club. He's on his feet, and he brings home the bacon by making it to the mountain.
Bacon. You know, John, this might not be as difficult as you thought.
Oh, there's still 4 spots to be filled, Anderson. Just wait and see.
Look, it's going to pass right in front of you. Jump!
Ninjetta playing some mind games as Greg and his bionic knee go into the water, along with our coach. Oh, a digger off the face. Ugly.
The Chips officer takes her second shot in the gut, and this is what I'm talking about, people. Wipeouts everywhere.
Oh my gosh, this really sucks!
Actually, this is awesome.
All right, now it's my turn.
The bionic knee sounds pretty confident. Now we need some bionic ribs.
Croatian crush Anya's on the platform. Squeals like she just met John Anderson.
Oh, but it's Jeff Neiman that gets pummeled by the club. Screenwriter Jeff not pleased with early reviews on his latest project. Although it's a big hit, you'll only be seeing 1.5 stars.
That's what I am talking about. Just like I said, Anderson, they wipe out, then they swim back and wipe out again.
Totally 80s Chelsea goes for her second shot, and she makes it to the mountain. Ninjetta's not far behind. She's crawling her way up. And she claims the 4th spot on the mountain. The Croatian crush makes it on, and the contestants have found their rhythm. Yeah, never mind.
Croatian crush Anya kisses the platform like there was a picture of John Anderson on it.
You've got to let it go. Well, Anya's wasted no time getting back on the pedestal and back on the platform. Makes her way to the center and claims spot number 5, leaving only 1 spot left. 7 contestants, 1 spot.
The chips officer takes another shot. Ooh, this time to the face.
The bionic knee is on the platform and off. Our coach takes it off the gut. The screenwriter off the face. And Mr. Big Baller, just abused.
Oh, it's like a feeding frenzy of Wipeouts.
Well, after all those beatings, we still have that 1 spot left open. And it's our coach that makes it on.
She's gonna have to pull herself back up if she wants a shot at that 6th spot, John.
She does, but she's facing the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
Coach gets herself up under that bar. Now she has to make her way up to that final red spot, and she'll be moving on with the other 5 contestants.
Let's go.
And she has done it, ladies and gentlemen. Our coach, Christine Johnston, will be moving on. Joining her, Travis and his super shorts, our bacon boy, Jeff, Ninjetta, Croatian crush Anya, and totally 80s Chelsea.
But before they can move on to the wipeout zone and their shot at the 50 grand, one more challenge stands in their way. Welcome back to Wipeout.
The show that asks which is the dominant species, human being or obstacle course.
Well, in our last round, King of the Mountain made pawns out of 6 contestants, so we're down to 6 human beings.
That's right, totally 80s Chelsea Price, Bacon Boy Jeff Wall, Ninjetta, our coach Christine Johnston,
Travis Clough and his super shorts made the cut. Croatian crush Anya Lankarik all advance.
and of those 6, just 4 move on to the wipeout zone and get a shot at the big $50,000.
Anya's gonna get a shot at the prize.
We're very happy for you both. Too bad the only thing standing in the way of our contestants is a puke factory known as the Dizzy Dummy 2.0.
Here's how this works. Contestants are strapped to the dizzy dummy until they're good and dizzy. Then they'll face the spinner and attempt to make the dizzy even dizzier. Once through the bungee web, the contestants then must make it over the topple towers. First person to the platform advances. The remaining 5 get back on the dummy and this time challenge the slippery snakes.
But when that's done, you guessed it, spin again. I believe I hear the sounds of lunch rising, which means it's time to go down to the action.
Well, Johnny, they're starting up. This is round 1, so they'll be heading to the topple towers.
How you guys feeling?
Awesome.
Yeah, give it about 3 more seconds. 2, 1. Told you. Ninjetta looking for her mask, or maybe she just dropped her car keys.
Round 1, here we go, and they'll be headed for the spinner first.
And Super Shorts is out of there like a speeding bullet. And everybody else, more like a bunch of blanks.
Super shorts through the webbing, which remember, they need to do that before they move on to the topple towers. The sitting is optional.
Look at this, totally 80s now taking the lead. Hello, Super Shorts, getting a good look at her Super Shorts.
Oh, and the dynamic duo's super clumsiness toppled the towers, which means now they have to swim back.
The good news is now they've cleared the way for Christine, our coach, followed by Bacon Boy and, nope, just Bacon Boy.
Ninjetta finally through the web and showing off some moves.
Ninja.
Meanwhile, at the head of the pack, everybody doing a slow crawl.
You know, this Tai Chi pace is right up Ninjetta's alley, so she jumps on.
Super shorts up close and personal yet again.
Totally 80s Chelsea and Ninjetta soon to be serving Super Shorts a super restraining order.
Our coach still in the lead. Super shorts, though, looking for a way to catch up.
Whoa, look at that move. Maybe those Super Shorts do give him superpowers.
But he's going to need more than super speed to catch up with our coach, who's digging deep for her inner Misty May as she spikes herself down the tower. Now, can Super Shorts make the jump? No, and Christine, the coach, will be the first to move on to the wipeout zone. Really set herself up nice for that win.
The race is over, Ninjetta. You can quit doing that.
So glad I don't have to do the spinning again.
But you do, Super Shorts. And do us a favor, don't bend...
And really, Ninjetta, over. Round 2, contestants spinning again, this time taking on the slippery snakes.
Do you have any idea it was going that fast?
No, it looks faster here.
Faster? No. Dizzier? Yes. Every round, our contestants' equilibrium becomes less and less equal. And it looks like Ninjetta's trying to disorient herself even more. Hope she doesn't nunchuck all over the place.
And they're off, headed toward the spinner.
Well, at least they're trying.
Totally 80s is up, down, and around.
Super Shorts handling that webbing like his buddy Spider-Man. Ooh, clearly not as easy for everyone else.
Here comes Super Shorts, and he's up, up, and away.
Hey, look on the spinner. It looks like they're making a sandwich. Croatian Crush and Totally 80s are the buns. Bacon Boy's the meat, of course, and it even has a toothpick in the middle. Call that a BBLT.
Super Shorts up, ready to fly. I think he was trying to fly all the way to the end with that one. You know, maybe you should put the cape in the back.
The Croatian Crush and Bacon Boy are now chasing Super Shorts. Bacon Boy with a super view there. Super Shorts about to show off his superpowers.
Cutting off all the super strength at the waist.
Bacon Boy's hesitating, John. I think he's blinded by Super Shorts' milky white thighs. But he leaps and makes it. He is closing in on Super Shorts now. And your crush isn't.
Meanie. Bacon Boy looking for his chance. He could make a play for this, but no. Super Shorts Travis Clough has done it. And he'll be joining our coach in the Wipeout Zone.
Nice job, Super Shorts. Just don't bend. Oh, dear Lord.
Up next is round 3, and we are back to our topple towers.
All right, guys, round 3. How you feeling? Okay, everyone's feeling great.
And here we go again, round 3. Ninjetta sidestepping, using her ninja skills to disappear.
She's good. Bacon Boy has abandoned the steady of the slow and steady approach.
Totally 80s Chelsea handling this risky business. She's through the webbing. The other girls, not even close.
Here comes Bacon Boy. He is sizzling.
Totally 80s out in front. She's probably wondering, where's the beef? But he's right there. Pork, actually, but still. He's on his way. The Crush through and making her way down. Oh, and she takes out Ninjetta. The Croatian Crush eliminating her competition.
For the 50 grand or for you?
Funny.
Totally 80s making her way over that first tower. She makes it. The Crush and Bacon Boy right behind her.
He's such a gentleman. Totally 80s onto the second tower. A slip here would open it up for Crush and Bacon Boy, who are hot on her trail.
Can she make it without falling? Yes, she makes it across safely, and she'll be the 3rd member of our breakfast club.
Just in time for Ninjetta to make it through the first obstacle. So we should tell her the race is over.
I would, but she scares me.
So I just have to ask you guys, seriously, who do you think to be your 4th?
I think it's Jeff or Anya. I don't think it's going to be Ninjetta.
Why? She's a true ninja.
She thinks she's a ninja.
Ninjetta? Not a true ninja? What is she talking about? Oh. And after the 4th spin, Bacon Boy is not looking too kosher. But I guess that makes sense.
Here comes the Crush, though. She's first on the spinner, and Ninjetta the first off the spinner. Not doing very well. The Crush is through, and Ninjetta's gonna have to really step it up here.
And listen to that, a ninja battle cry.
I thought ninjas were supposed to be silent.
Whatever.
Ninjetta really turning it on here. She's about to catch up with the Crush.
While Bacon Boy is taking a break.
Ninjetta first up on the slippery snake. Come on, Anya.
Yeah, come on, Anya. Oh, that's too bad, Anderson.
Ninjetta onto the next snake. Bacon Boy following. He makes it. Ninjetta takes some lessons from Super Shorts. She's onto another snake.
The Crush making another try, and no, she is down. Bacon Boy looking crisp, though, and he's across.
Ninjetta sidesteps to the next one. Bacon Boy really struggling as Ninjetta. Oh, he's in the water. Ninjetta now all alone, but she's looking tired. Crush is out of the water. She'll be coming any second. Ninjetta's got to jump soon. This is the biggest jump of her ninja career, and she's made it.
Yes, ninja. Now she has to use that ninja strength to make it up. This is an amazing comeback. If she makes this jump, what a Cinderella story we'll have.
And she's done it, Johnny. Ninjetta slicing her way to becoming the 4th contestant in the Wipeout Zone. I knew she could do it all along.
Joining her is Super Shorts Travis Clough, our coach Christine Johnston, and Totally 80s Chelsea Price.
Welcome back to Wipeout, and it has been an amazing day of Wipeouts.
Absolutely, and it's going to get worse before it gets better. Tell them what they got to do for the 50 grand, John.
Well, they have to make it through the 4 stages of the Wipeout Zone.
It starts with the aqua launch. Contestants will attempt to control their launch into the zone while enduring a torrent of water.
Then they'll have to make their way up the raging rapids and avoid being washed away by a 1,000-gallon tidal wave.
Next up, it's the crazy sweeper, where contestants will have to make their way across these pedestals to the other side while being chased by 2 giant sweeper arms.
Then the final obstacle, each of our Fab 4 will have to beat a path to the finish across these bumper turntables.
4 contestants remain, and the one with the best time goes home $50,000 richer.
Up first, Crystal Howard.
No, Ninjetta. And she's with Jill now.
Despite her obvious ninja moves, John, let's see what else got her to the Wipeout Zone. Ninjetta started her day on the qualifier in true ninja fashion. She used her jungle cat-like skills to master King of the Mountain and dug deep into her soul to make it across the slippery snakes and gain the last spot in the Wipeout zone.
And now Ninjetta, poised at the top of our course, perhaps considered the underdog of the day, but she's ready to go, and she's off.
Wow, that was a less than inspiring entry into the Wipeout zone.
Short flight means extra long swim, and more swimming equals more time on the clock.
She's having trouble even getting onto the obstacle, John. Very un-ninja-like, but remember, not only is she contending with gallons of icy water, but she's about to get hit with a 1,000-gallon tidal wave.
Brace yourself, here it comes.
Woo! See, Daisy.
Yikes.
There Ninjetta goes. That's going to eat away at her total time.
And now here she is with her second go-round up the raging rapids, struggling again on her way up, and it's very apparent how much of that rush of water can take out of somebody.
But John, it appears as though our ninja spirit is not dampened, and she is making her way all the way up to the top.
And now Ninjetta must precisely make her way over to the crazy sweeper.
You know, she looks like a real ninja scaling
yes.
that wall in a helmet and life jacket.
And now she must show some real ninja skill to tackle the crazy sweeper. Going for it. Don't holds back, lets the sweeper pass. Off she goes. But in constant pursuit is that relentless arm of the sweeper. And it is closing in on. Will Ninjetta make it?
Awesome! I mean, no!
No!
An exhausted-looking ninja almost made it. That is a brutal wipeout, and of course, another substantial hit to her clock on that one.
Ninjetta clearly worse for all that wear, but here she goes again. And at this point, I think we're just looking at adrenaline and instinct to carry you through.
Cat-like instinct, John.
Onto the pedestals. She's around, looking good. She is good.
And now onto the final stage of the Wipeout zone, the bumper turntable.
Yep, the clock's still ticking, though. She's made it safely onto that first turntable.
Oh, wow!
And into the drink she goes. And with that, Johnny, another one of those long swims back. I mean, that is a brutal hit and a brutal hit to her time.
Hit to her time, hit to her face.
You know, either way, she has to get back at it and hurry. She dives again, makes that first one just fine. Look at the concentration on her face, Ninjetta. Mind on the money, 50K in the balance.
And she does it. Just one more turntable to go. Clock is still ticking,
Tick, tick.
but she is on it, folks.
Remember, though, the time's not going to stop here until both feet are planted. Ninjetta celebrating a time of 13:04.
Well, while Ninjetta meditates on that, our coach Christine Johnston is at the top of the aqua launch.
Look at her, John. She's got her game face on.
Let's take a look at her ride to the Wipeout zone.
From the outset, she volleyed her way across the qualifier. She may have been the last to make it on King of the Mountain, but she was the first to conquer the Topple Towers, earning her this coveted spot in the Wipeout zone.
And Christine has her game face on and is ready to give it everything she's got.
Ramp, gravity, water. Now you got an aqua launch, Johnny. Making her splash now, but again, not seeming to fare any better than Ninjetta. Let's take another look, and you can see here, she just does not get good distance off the aqua launch, John.
Yeah, and that's going to cost her serious time in making her way over to the second obstacle.
That's the raging rapids.
And as Ninjetta showed us, John, 1,000 gallons of water is almost impossible to overcome. And here it comes.
Yeah.
And she holds on. That is incredible.
That is really quite a show of athleticism. And this is going to help her overall time considerably, John. As you remember, Ninjetta was swept away instantly by the tidal wave. And now Coach Christine must make her way carefully across the climbing wall and gear up for her showdown with the crazy sweeper.
Hesitates just a bit. Now she goes for it. Oh,
Ouch. Yeah, maybe she should have hesitated a little more there.
Christine was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh, let's see if she learned anything from her mistake. Here she goes again. Making haste, not waste. Good policy, but that sweeper arm nipping right at her heels. Can this 19-year-old volleyball coach pull it off? Oh, just nicked at the very last pedestal, Johnny.
I got to see this again. Owie. Sweeper arm claims yet another victim.
And now we'll see if the third time's a charm. She's on the run again, well out in front of the sweeper arm this time, but as we know, any misstep and that thing can catch you really fast.
Wow, that was close.
And our coach has set herself up nicely heading into the bumper turntables and has overall about 3.5 minutes to play with to take over first place.
And she bounces off the bumper and is banked into the water. That's a trick shot, John.
And that swim back now will swallow up a sizable chunk of the lead she had coming into the bumper turntable. Woo-hoo. Look at that.
She is back up, and with only 25 seconds remaining, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be really, really close.
Yeah, keep an eye on the clock. Now remember, Ninjetta had a lot of difficulty with the second table. We'll see if the coach can do better here.
She is so close. Look at her time. She just needs to get up and get to that last turntable in order to take the lead. She's thinking about it, John. Seconds away. This is it. Oh,
Disaster. Our volleyball coach did not make it, and that brings Ninjetta one step closer to the 50 grand. We are back on Wipeout, and we are in the second half of the Wipeout zone. Ninjetta currently in first place.
She's a ninja, John. It's an unfair advantage.
That's true. Travis Clough, he of the super shorts, on deck. Let's see how he got here.
Bop! Travis Clough showed us some of his best moves both before and during the qualifier. He was first to be crowned King of the Mountain and slithered his way past the slippery snakes on his way to the Wipeout zone.
Yes! And now Travis Clough has a chance to unseat Ninjetta as today's leader in the Wipeout zone. There's our horn, and there goes our contestant.
Down the aqua launch he goes, and not getting a lot of air without his cape. John, take another look at this.
Yeah, that could be lack of cape. Contestants in general not taking full advantage of the launch ramp today, though. Now onto those raging rapids, and he needs to make his way up that ramp while battling just a rush of white water.
Yeah, the real test is coming because here comes the wave. Oh, wow! He is washed away like an ordinary citizen. A far cry from a superhero, John. Take another look at that. Wow!
And he still looks pretty spry and energetic despite that. Travis really blazing up here the second time. Makes it all the way to the top. That's impressive, Johnny.
Travis Clough making up some super time now, even without his super shorts. Oh, look at that, showing off a little muscle there, huh? Or the place where a muscle would go.
That a shot at me?
Never.
Thank you. Going for it. Well, check that. Moment's pause to regain our balance. And now he's on the move.
And now he's in midair. Yeah, the crazy sweeper playing the role of villain tonight in the Wipeout zone. Super shorts is taking a swim.
Well, he makes it a quick swim. Right back up at it again. The sweeper arm in hot pursuit. He's almost made it. One last stride. Oh!
That is worth another look. Travis Clough withstanding a brutal onslaught of Wipeouts today.
But here he is, seemingly unfazed, going for it one more time, and the sweeper right on his tail. I say, a couple of falls, that'll speed up your pace. And he makes it through this time. And now it's that trio of terror, the bumper turntables. Travis safely onto the first, readying himself, and he makes it onto the second.
All right.
Now he is on track to easily have the best time of the day.
Travis, he jumps, and with that, he takes the lead from Ninjetta.
His time, 7 minutes, 13 seconds. Will it hold up?
We got one final competitor to go. Totally 80s Chelsea. Let's see what brought her to the dance.
She moonwalked her way past the qualifier, scoring the best female time of the day. At the King of the Mountain, this 80s fan gave 100% and easily outstepped the competition on the topple towers, sending her from the 80s to our Wipeout zone.
With the good looks of a Tiffany, but the determination of a Debbie Gibson, she hopes to beat that man, a nervous-looking Travis Clough waiting on the sidelines.
And with that sound, she is off.
And that is how it's done, people.
Yes.
I love it. Show me that one more time in slow motion, please.
You see here, she catches so much air, and that puts her so much closer to the raging rapids after her launch.
But Chelsea's struggling now to get up onto the obstacle. That water really beating down on her hard.
All right, but she's made it, and now the fire inside Chelsea going toe-to-toe with our icy water. Will she be able to survive the tidal wave bearing down on her. Oh my God.
Cannot be a pleasant experience.
She is washed away like a Cabbage Patch doll. Take another look.
Up for her second try, and no time for moonwalking now as Chelsea makes her way up the rapids. That's $50,000, and that'll buy a lot of Rubik's Cubes.
Chelsea back on track, making great time here.
Yeah, John, but she's still behind the pace set by Travis Clough, and she's looking at a little less than 5 minutes to finish.
Over onto the crazy sweeper now, making her way, and look at that, stopping to do a moonwalk, John.
Nice.
You can take the girl out of the 80s, but you can't take the 80s out of the girl.
Oh, John, see, there's the dark side of the moonwalk. She gets tripped up right away, loses her footing, and plunges into the water. Wow, a clock-killing swim now ensues, and she does not have time to spare.
And now it is do or die time for our 80s fan.
All right, looks like she's in control of things this time.
Yeah, like she's Charles in charge.
Oh, but she goes down again, and that may have just cost her the $50,000. A slight misstep is all it takes to ruin your chances in this competition. Not much time remaining on the clock, but you can see here the skill and determination of this woman is going to, at the very least, take her across the crazy sweeper. And she has made that.
But it is a small victory for her, no doubt. There is the horn. Travis Clough, the superhero, is our new Wipeout Champion.
Amber, Carlos, Trey, I love you guys. Daddy's bringing home the money.
Yes, he is.
Well, that will do it for us, but be sure to join us next week when, as always, we have 24 new contestants taking on some crazy new obstacles. Until then, America, thanks for joining us. I'm John Anderson.
For our colleague Jill Wagner, I'm John Henson saying good night and big ball.
Ah!